Yeah, I think you're right in your assessment. Like, in fact, the MO has been, if anyone calls Biden out on like his voting record or things he's done in the past that don't play well today, attack the messenger
Right.
and do so pretty viciously. I mean, that certainly happened when the Bernie campaign put out information about how Joe Biden attempted to cut Social Security several times, and put out videos of him talking about it, urging it to happen. And he and his campaign were livid about it, not because he wanted to take responsibility for the poor choices he made in the past, but because someone had the audacity to even bring it up in a primary election, which I thought was just out of control. But, since you mentioned, cancel culture, I did want to just quickly touch on how journalists like you have been treated simply for doing your job and reporting this story in the first place, because it's becoming more and more apparent, I think, to most people that the media is being used as nothing more than a political tool by both political parties. I mean, the old example is Fox News and how it uses its platform to push conservative policies and support people like Donald Trump. But on the left, you have this Biden campaign and his supporters, his surrogates, viciously attacking and attempting to discredit people like you, people like Chris Hayes, who simply did their jobs by reporting the details of this story. I think that that's super problematic, to say the least.
Yeah, scrutinizing and criticizing the media, I think, is an important part of a democracy, and the way that you keep journalists honest. They're in we are in a very privileged place in society. But on the other hand, if you're coming after them simply for the stories that they've chosen to cover, rather than how they covered it, or what facts they got right or wrong, then you're simply attacking the idea of a free press. Like, the notion that Chris Hayes should be trending because he interviewed Rebecca Traister and did a segment on one of the biggest issues in the news at the moment is just bonkers. And the MSNBC viewership has spent the last 3 years condemning Trump supporters and Trump himself for his entire campaign around the fake news and delegitimizing the media. And the moment there's coverage that they don't like, and Trump doesn't like the coverage that he gets from the media, so the moment there's coverage that they don't like, they're calling for Chris Hayes to be fired. It's delusional, and it's dangerous.